So the video interview is really good in the sense that you can do it in your own time. So what it is, it's basically an application whereby you're sent an invitation, you log in whenever it's convenient to you, and once you're ready to go, you literally press the button, a question will pop up in front of you, and you have 1 minute to 2 minutes to answer the question. So really for that, you're only going to get one chance. So what we'd recommend for people to do in advance of that is to take their time, practice, make sure your camera is working, make sure your microphone is working, make sure that you're polished looking, don't do it in your pajamas, and don't have all the dodgy posters in the background if you're doing it in your bedroom. So just make sure that you have the scene set. We'd also recommend that you do it in a quiet place where you're not going to be interrupted. We have had interesting instances of dogs barking in the background and people knocking on the door, so you want to avoid that if at all possible.
A candidate will indicate they've got a language. They'll be sent a token that will allow them to log into our system into an interview practice room. In general, you can log in there as much as you want, as often as you like. The question then, once you click it for real, go to live interview, it's recorded. You will get 30 seconds to read the question. It'll flash up on the screen in front of you, and then you'll get maybe a minute and a half to answer that question. At any point you can press stop if you're finished, but that is your one and only chance to record that piece.
We actually do test language as part of our assessment process in the video interview. If you have stated in your application that you do have fluency in a particular language, a question will appear on screen then which asks you to provide the answer to that question in the language that you said you were fluent in. So it's quite important for us, I suppose, at that stage it whittles down those who actually do genuinely have the fluency, or those who perhaps are possibly overinflating their level of confidence. Just be quite natural, just take the time to read the question carefully that pops up on screen, and take a moment or two to compose yourself and to answer it. They're quite general questions that are asked at that stage, and really about your motivations to apply for the programme. So it's not anything to catch anybody out. You definitely know the answers to those questions. It's just the format. Some people can just get a little bit daunted without having someone at the other end of the screen.
The one thing as well about the video interview is that you're not going to have biofeedback. So what that means is that you're not going to have somebody else on this other side of the camera, and it can be a bit strange talking to the screen. So really just practice beforehand, make sure that you're relaxed talking to it, and then just prepare as you would for any other interview.